Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. mm Well, guys, it is a gorgeous morning out here in Tucson. Just amazing. Well, guys, I was reading an article and I thought this has big implications for many, many people. And the article was on how some of these companies out there are actually using AI to give employees a productivity score and putting that into their performance reviews. And I was thinking, man, this is going to be something absolutely out of this world. I mean, you've got people under all kinds of demands and stress as is. And we touched a little bit on that in the whole quiet quitting thing. But can you imagine that AI, who has no understanding of who you are as a person, really doesn't care about your family situation, isn't going to take into account any individual circumstances, actually making an impact on whether or not you get a good performance review? And guys, as we know, many corporations, whether it be government entities or in the commercial world or whatever, use these performance reviews to determine whether or not you're going to qualify for the next raise or increment increase. So this could have a massive impact on people's financial circumstances. And to me, it's kind of disconcerting. It's literally you're getting these corporations that are going to be able to justify either not giving a raise or to kind of hold someone back a little bit based on the level of what AI says their productivity is. Now, I'm not suggesting that, hey, there aren't different metrics to gauge productivity, because there certainly are. But I think as people, we want to know that that's coming from a human being, someone that's absolutely been able to observe and attest our work, not just something that filters it through a bunch of statistics and combined data of this and that. Because as we know, productivity doesn't necessarily mean in the sense of like the day-to-day productivity, that a person is not really doing a fantastic job. I'll give you an example. In my old job, there were situations where I would have a caseload that I would be working, and in some cases, in some instances, you may not even see any results of your efforts for many, many months, and then all of a sudden, bang, you would get some serious results. Well, what happens if AI actually, extracts data from a period where there was no real change in the circumstances, when we didn't see any tangible results yet? Well, guys, that would make it look like I'm doing absolutely nothing and just a waste of resources for the corporation. And so to me, guys, I'm very concerned about where this may go and how employers may use it in the future to actually kind of like, shorten the bottom line for them and kind of hold folks back. Ooh. I want your guys' take on it. Now, some of you probably work in the tech industry and are probably facing this thing. Now, I don't know how these AIs are actually programmed to work in this way, but I just feel like it's a detachment from the whole interaction that you want to have with your employer, one-to-one, face-to-face, your supervisor, someone you know and who knows you, your situation, your family, who you are, the integrity and the talents you bring, and on and on and on. So if there are guys out there, if some of you are out there who work in this space and you're facing this, drop that down in the comments, would you, so that you can give us a glimpse of what it really looks like on the ground. Now, guys, having said that, we all know that we're going to see stricter and stricter rules when it comes to productivity in the workplace, due to the fact that the competition is going to be greater. And also, guys, let's remember, there's still a big majority of folks who are working from home. How would you like AI monitoring your activity inside your own home and reporting that in some way back to an employer? I don't think too many of us would really want that. But I think, guys, that's more and more likely of what we're going to see going forward in the future. I mean, nowadays, when you call a lot of these consumer-based, places, you're not really even talking to an actual person. It's AI you're interacting with on a big scale, to, whether that be your bank, your airline, any kind of any kind of major organization you're involved with, your cable company, your cell phone company. A lot of it is AI based filtering through these phone centers. And I mean, who's going to gauge the productivity of AI? Do they get rated? I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'll be back on later this afternoon with our regularly released video, and I just thought this would be something to think about, as how AI is going to be utilized in the gauging of employees' productivity in the workplace. Let me know what you think. And until later on in our video, have a good one. Take care.